My name is Keith Pollard. I'm the CEO of Intuition Communication. We're an online publisher that's been in the private healthcare sector for the last 10 years in the UK.
And what are you going to be speaking on at the Private Healthcare Summit?
I've got to be sharing a topic with Don Grocott of the Private Patients Forum, and we're going to be talking about encouraging feedback from private patients about the services they receive and the experience that they have within the UK's private healthcare sector.
And why is that a particularly pertinent topic now?
I think one thing that's interesting about the private healthcare sector is that it's actually lagging behind what's going on in the NHS. So if you were to go to the NHS Choices website, you would have many ways in which you could kind of compare hospitals, look at patient feedback on hospitals and doctors, and that doesn't really exist yet in the private healthcare sector. We ourselves run a private healthcare reviews program, trying to encourage patients to review private hospitals, private doctors, and so on. But that hasn't really taken off in the private healthcare sector yet in the UK.
Great. I mean, let's just talk a little bit more generally about the summit. What to you is the core reason for the summit, and why now?
The reason why now is because there's an awful lot going on in the sector. So it's a sector which is facing quite a few challenges at the moment. Just in the last 18 months, we've had a Competition and Markets Authority review of the sector. That's caused a bit of a shake-up. That CMA investigation and report is driving transparency in pricing, outcome data, and so on. There's a lot of activity and a lot of work going on around the industry to make private healthcare more transparent, more open, more accessible for patients who want to go private.
And who should come along to the summit, and what do you hope they'll get out of it?
I think anyone who's involved in the sector, it's going to be a very interactive event. We're trying to keep the presentations very brief, very punchy. We brought in Sue Saville, who's a former ITV news commentator and presenter, to kind of facilitate that, to really get some discussion going about how we can make some changes in the sector to give it some growth. It's a very flat industry at the moment. Fewer people with health insurance, some growth in the self-pay market, but we need to find a way of delivering certainly more affordable private healthcare to people who may not be getting what they want under the NHS nowadays. So there's an opportunity to really grow and develop and expand the market, but we need some kind of fresh thinking. So hopefully lots of good ideas, lots of good thinking about where the industry should go for the next few years.